it was so amazing. I was so happy. I still remember it was like December 25th, like around that time. I don't think I ever even told this story for real. And he was on Clubhouse and somebody said to him, damn, don't call like her funny as shit. Like, damn, she was so funny on your show. Why y'all stop having her? Like, I know you regret that. She funny. And he was like, regret it, nigga. You wouldn't even know who she was if it wasn't for me. He was like, shit, like, what the fuck? The bitch was late. She was late to every episode anyway. So, like, niggas ain't got time to play around. So, yeah, like, you know, she got whatever she got on, but y'all wouldn't even know. And I wasn't late to every episode. I didn't get fired for being late. Like, it was a lie. I was totally upset. And you know what's funny? What? I was totally upset, and I still never got on the internet and cried about it. In fact, every interview I did when he asked me about them, I would say them my brothers. Lying. I hated them niggas for years. But I didn't say anything because I didn't see how that would help my plight. I didn't say anything because I didn't understand how they owed me anything. I started with Gillie Wallo, who are both from North Philly. Gil is such a North Philly nigga, he reminds me of my father. North Philly niggas in the age group, they all act like that. Like, that's how they act, you know? No shade to my father or Gil. At the end of the day, Wallo did 20 years. I was a jailbird, I was a felon. Gil's a Muslim, I've been Muslim my whole life. I got treated like that by niggas from North Philly, Muslim niggas. It was a great lesson, and that's how I decided to look at it. Because now I can handle what the nigga do to me in Cali, what the nigga do to me in Manhattan. This what home do? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm built for this shit. I'm a warrior, I'm a soldier. That's what I'm saying. It's like, when I get flagged on the internet, people talk about me or say certain shit about me, it's like cool. Like, sometimes people say, oh, you did this, you did that. It's like, I did. Like, what's next? You know? Like, I'm actually thorough in real life. I'm actually a real bitch. So it's like, yeah, I fuck up, I make mistakes. I doodle and fart too, I'm a person. You know what I mean? It's like, but I've never told this story. Like, that's really true. It's like, I just wish that you could catch that part. Like, I didn't write a book about it. And I really think, like, if you're watching this at home, you think it worked out better that I didn't say anything? Because I just don't see the value in saying something. Like, maybe that's ignorant street shit or come from no snitching code, but them niggas ain't owe me nothing. What I can honestly say is they didn't owe me anything. Mm-hmm. All these years now, they didn't have to call me. It would have been nice, but they didn't have to call me and say, we don't want you anymore. They didn't have, after I came on, every episode had a celebrity on it. They really changed face. They did not owe me that. That's what I know.
Well, because I'm about to say, because like you spoke about, like you did your own podcast, you joined their podcast, you went back to being solo again. Is there anything that you learned from them, like from them being like a guest-based podcast to you not being a guest-based podcast?
No, because when they went guest-based, I wasn't there. So I don't really know what it did for them. What I will say is that a lot of people ignorantly would say, oh, that podcast ain't shit. I stopped watching it when you got off. It didn't affect their numbers. Because at the end of the day, they built it. When you build your brand tough like that, shit like that don't happen. People love me on Joe Budden. If I stop Joe Budden tomorrow, niggas ain't gonna stop watching Joe. Some niggas might, I ain't gonna lie. Some niggas might stop watching, unsubscribe, but it's not gonna put a big enough dent that Joe Budden gonna come and fly to come get me. He built that shit strong like that. That core is strong like that. So when they come down to Minutes for Gang, like them niggas did what they want to do. I don't watch shit like that. That would have never got my attention anyway. I didn't watch it before I got on there. I didn't watch it when I was on there, and I didn't watch it after. That's just the truth. Like, that's not my cup of tea. You know, I never watched podcasts till I did one. Like, I am an outside bitch. I can tell the years that I was watching TV and if I was on like parole or not. Like, I was always outside.
So when you get into starting in your own podcast, and was it more of a conscious decision when you were like, oh, I'm just gonna get on there, I'm gonna be by myself, or like, did you?
Yes, baby, it was. What happened was I wanted to be able to just talk. In my mind, I said, ADD, depressed, aggressive, single mom, wild ass mind, wild ass thoughts, and I want you to be able to walk through here with me. But somebody gotta walk you, somebody gotta hold your hand, because you can't understand this shit. You would never survive up here. Maybe an Aquarius can make it a little bit, but it's pretty wild up here. So organized chaos, and that's what production do. That's what they do to make it so you can understand it. So all you can ingest it. And that's what I wanted. So I didn't want no coals on side of me. I ain't want no nigga that in 9 months I want more money and all that shit. I ain't want it. But I did need a vibe because I don't write. I don't write jokes on stage, stand up. I don't write for podcasting. At the time. Now I still don't write for jokes for stage, but I always plan for my episodes of podcasting because that's stupid. But what happened was I would have a room full of men, really, for the most part. My production team, some of my niggas, and then that would change, and eventually one of my niggas never left. and he grew into something like a co-host, but he is more on the quiet side. He's also a contrarian, so it's like I don't, and that's so funny you say that. That's so funny you say that because I disagree, but I will say this: some of the biggest podcasts, I feel like, yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that's potting to some people. For me, it's not. I think it's unnecessary for me, personal opinion. But yeah, for sure, I didn't want to co-host. Like I did not like.
So when you wanted to start your own podcast, was that like your idea, or did somebody come up to you and say like, girl, you doing all these videos, you need to start a podcast?
A white girl named Laura, I will never forget, a Muslim from Wilmington, Delaware. She said, you start a podcast, and my response was, what's a podcast? She told me that, and I probably had my own podcast and probably like 6 months, 9 months. That's so cool that I meet people. A lady just walked past in the cold winter and stopped. I was walking in somewhere, she was walking through, like she was on foot. She was like, Damone, I gotta stop you. And I do remember her, she was a salon owner, and I used to go to somebody in her salon. Like she didn't do my hair, but somebody in the salon did it. She said, every fucking thing you said in that shop, getting your hair washed, that you would do, you've done. She said, I'm so fucking proud of you. And back then, I didn't think she liked me because I was loud, I cussed, I smelled like weed, whatever. But she said, I'm so fucking proud of you. Like, y'all don't know, stuff like that really...
It sticks with you.
Yeah, man.